Sri A.N. Pandey is a nuclear scientist and author of many books on yoga and its application. This episode was prepared to be part of the Yoga Ramayana Vishwakosha History webinar, but due to an error, while sending the same, this episode could not be included in 108 days webinar at S. Vyasa. This is being kept on YouTube, so that interested one can get the benefits.
Asato ma satgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Pranam to Dr. Nagendra Guruji. Pranam to my friends of Vyasa, and my humble pranam to all the viewers. Friends, we are doing a research work to verify or to see how far the Tulsidas ji statement like Sagunahi agunahi nahi kuch bheda, that stands good, or that stands perfectly in tune with the Vedantic concept, or in tune with the whatever scripture tells. Last time we have seen that how the Sagunahi agunahi nahi kuch bheda was also endorsed by the Brahma and Maya, and also by the particle physics concept. So we have seen all the things. Today we are going to take up how this Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, the threefold steps or threefold state of our body-mind complex. Body-mind complex has got the three states. Throughout the day, we are either in Jagrat or Swapna or Sushupti state. The same thing is called awakened, dream, and deep sleep state. So this concept, how far this concept is going to endorse the concept given or the statement given by Sri Tulsidas ji. If we see what is the Jagrat state or what is awakened state, then we find that our physical body is in action. Our all the indriyas, senses like karmendriya and jnanendriya means sense organs which are in action, as well as senses which are accumulating the knowledge. So jnanendriya and karmendriya, all 10 indriyas are in action. At the same time, mind is also in action. So in Jagrat state or awakened state, all three are in action. Means our body, our indriyas or senses, sense organs, as well as mind. But in dream state, we find that the body is standstill, body is not in action. At the same time, our karmendriya, like hands, legs, etc., are also not in action. So 10 are absent. Only out of 23, 13 are in action. What are those? They are 5 jnanendriya and which other mind itself is there, 3 mind, intellect, and ego. So 8 and plus 5 are tanmatra, which are nothing but the droplets of energy having sabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. So altogether 13 elements are functioning in the dream state, whereas in the awakened state it was 23 elements. But what happens when we are going to the deep sleep state? In the deep sleep state, mind itself withdraw. Mind takes care of all the indriyas, means it takes into account of all action of sense organs also, and then all 23 elements, including mind, becomes in a potential state, and it is kept in the one corner of the mind. The whole actions of including mind are withdrawn. So deep sleep, that's why we are unconscious and we don't have anything to play, means including mind is not there. Mind is also, the mind does not act in action, doesn't have any action. Then sense organs are also doesn't have any actions. Then even physical body also is absent or stand still. So action oriented, all the factors are withdrawn and kept in a potential state. That is what deep sleep is there. Let us see what Upanishad tells about this deep sleep. There is a Upanishad known as Prashna Upanishad. The Prashna Upanishad has got 6 questions, and the Prashna Upanishad stands in a good position, which it is one among the 11 Upanishads, which are normally understood, or people are trying to understand those Upanishads. And one among the 11, Prashna Upanishad is there. This Upanishad has got 6 questions, and one of the questions was asked by one of the disciples to the Guru, to the Rishi, that, "Oh Rishi, tell us that who sleeps, or who is the enjoyer, and at the same time how this enjoyership and the process of getting sleep happens." So these 3 questions were asked to the Rishi, and Rishi gives the answer. He tells the methodology what happens. He tells that mind, manas, is the main Purusha, which does the yagna. Yagna means it is a very pious job of getting deep sleep, is a pious job, undoubtedly, because mind has to go to the place where yagna starts, or where only the mirror view of Paramatma exists. So naturally it is a pious place, and there only one mind has to go. So Upanishad tells that Purusha, mind is a Purusha, which goes to the place of yajna, where yajna is to be done, and that is helped by prana, one kind of prana, not any means lower kind of prana, one prana, Udana Prana, and also that time the state of means guna is sato guna, means that the mind has to be accompanied by the Udana Prana, which is equivalent to the EMF in the modern science, and it should be having the sato guna, means that quality should be transparent, not the turbid, or not the fluctuation type. Means it should be free from tamas as well as rajo guna, but it should be sato guna. So how it happens? Who does this? So this Upanishad tells that the prana is the fruit of yajna. Means mind has to go there, mind is a doer of yajna, then naturally fruit will be something, and fruit is nothing but to attain the Udana Prana. And in that way, attaining Udana Prana and Satogun, that helps the mind to reach to the position of yajna, that is the position of Bindu number 2, where mirror view of Paramatma is there, or where we can say Akasha Tattva exists. So let us recall what Swami Vivekananda was telling, Akasha and Prana. It means mind has to go to the domain of Akasha, and for that prana only Udana Prana has to help. Now we'll see that how Prakriti or nature is helping a person, every person, whether if a man is a crooked or a learned man, where man is a pious or a man of dirty nature, whether good or bad, whatever quality we possess. The nature or Prakriti helps everyone at least to go for a deep sleep state every day for 2 hours, 100 minutes plus minus. And out of 8 hours of our sleep, we get only deep sleep for 2 hours, and the remaining 6 hours is mainly for dream. But we don't remember all the dreams. This is because what happens, how the dream side, how the mind once turns back from deep dream to the deep sleep state, then all the dreams are erased. That's why we see that we remember only the dream if after dream we wake up. If we go to the deep sleep again, that dream will be erased. So because of that, we don't remember all the dreams. But here, mind has been helped. Even dirty mind or crooked mind or pious mind or learned mind, any mind is there. Prakriti is very kind, nature is very kind to everyone for driving them or taking them to the deep sleep state. Because otherwise we would have been exhausted every time, and the energy, we would have been a lack of energy. So Prakriti helps us to gain the energy to get ourselves recharged, and then we do the work in day-to-day life. Here in the methodology we have seen that first of all mind, whatever mind is there, what Prakriti or nature does, it makes us to, create Udana Prana so that mind is uplifted from lower level to the highest level. At the same time, Prakriti is withdrawing the guna also. Suppose the person is of Rajoguna, or person having the domination of Rajoguna, or person is of Tamoguni, means a sort of completely turbid nature, then also Prakriti helps them to go to the Satoguna for the time being. And because of two conditions Prakriti imposes, because of that, mind gets the placement of yagna, or get the place where consciousness is there, where the deep sleep going to happen. So mind is raised by the Udana Prana and Satoguna, which are contributed with the help of Prakriti or nature. Yogi or a rishi found this technique, and they have taken up for their research, and they found the Prakriti does this job, and that is a good help by the Prakriti for everyone, whether whatever conditions we are having, our conditions of mind we possess. But if what Rishi found, if the prana and the guna is nurtured by ourselves and the mind also, that out of three tattva, then any time, even Jagrat state itself, we can go to the deep sleep state. They were meaning that conditions for deep sleep state is to fulfillment of the conditions. The mind is there. Mind has to go to the yagna place, or the place where mirror view of Paramatma is there. That is one condition. Second condition is force or prana has to be of Udana Prana or EMF zone in the modern science term, and guna should also be transparent. It is not the turbid or not the fluctuation. So that these three conditions are met, then anytime, any moment we can go to the deep sleep state. So Rishi, they found and they try to make a sort of this means all three factors in a very conducive way, so that we can dive to the, or we can fly to the place of Brahman, and there we should get energized. What happens when mind goes to the place of yagna, and fruit is Udana Prana, with the help of that, then mind, one side, they view the Brahman, it is going to face the Brahman, and as long as mind is in deep in face of Brahman, that time mind gets shower of effulgent light of Brahman, and mind is very enjoying that shower. That's why the Upanishad, what Rishi was telling to the disciple, that mind is there to work, mind is gets the sleep, and mind is enjoy, because till mind is facing to the Brahman, the Turiya position, then mind is getting effulgent light, shower, and enjoy. And that time mind becomes the Mahan. So once mind becomes the Mahan, then it turns 180 degrees back. Then our dream state starts. Means after reaching the deep sleep state from Jagrat state, then only we go to the dream state. That also we experience every day, because first we try to sleep, then we go to the or maybe we go to the deep sleep, and then only dream starts. So this fulfills that first mind goes to the in front of Brahman, gets the shower of light, enjoy that one, and then once it becomes a Mahan, then it turns back or turns towards the other side, then the mind is having that dream. So during deep sleep state, mind has taken everything in one corner as a potential form, so that is there. But as soon as mind turns towards the other side, when mind is started getting the dream, then that whatever was in potential form, all indriyas are getting unfolded, especially Jnanendriya. And Jnanendriya and Man Buddhi Ahankar also, which were earlier in that potential form or a minute form in the mind during deep sleep, that also gets unfolded. So that way, mind experience whatever was earlier, they had the view. Not only that, mind experiences so many things which mind doesn't come across. So, like suppose we come across in the dream, we come across the tiger, or we come across the snake, or some beautiful palace we are going, and all so many other things which is not happening in day-to-day life. So that way, dream states, the our indriyas are in action, and our tanmatra is also in action, and that time we are getting some other experience of some other existence which we have not come across so far. So this is the scenario of deep sleep and dream. Once Rishi came to know that mechanism carried out by the Prakriti or nature, so they themselves developed that why not to have a control over all the three factors, mind, as well as on Udana Prana, as well as on Guna. Then naturally, any moment, whenever we wish, we can go to the place of Brahman, we can get energized, we can come back, and we can have the worldly life in a better way. So that kind of situation, that kind of mechanism, Rishi has evolved, and Patanjali has given this one in eightfold of Ashtanga Yoga. What Patanjali says, there is eightfold of Ashtanga Yoga, and that is itself in two parts, Bahiranga Yoga, one part, and Antaranga Yoga. In Bahiranga Yoga, that 5 steps are taken care, that is Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, and Pratyahara. And in Antaranga Yoga, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi, 3 parts are there, 3 parts of Ashtanga Yoga are kept. So these two parts, Bahiranga Yoga and Ashtanga Yoga, Patanjali has given the technique by which we can nurture our guna, we can we can create any moment, we can have the Udana Prana or EMF zone we can go. At the same time, we can purify the mind so that we can easily proceed and we can reach to the Brahman. That way he has given 8-fold of yoga, and with that people are going to get the advantage of that. Now in meditation also, nowadays of course people they wish to have the meditation, and they are of two types. One is called mindful meditation, other is called no mind meditation. Basically, there are only two types of meditation in there, but only thing, now different scenario, different techniques have been evolved. So they approaches or they accelerate these two kinds of meditation only in a different way. For example, mindful meditation, Lord Buddha has given in Vipassana, whereas this no mind meditation, which is also called amaniya bhava. Amaniya means no mana, mind, or maniya bhava means mind is not at all there. Mind, we are keeping the mind, or we are converting the mind as Patanjali has given. Mind becomes chitta and free from all the modification of mind, all the vritti. So these are the two types of meditation, and that helps us to go to the Brahman or go to the deep sleep state any moment, as and when if we know the good technique of meditation. Actually, there is no difference in deep sleep state and meditation. Meditation is nothing but we are going to reach to the Brahman's place, getting energized, come back, and then do the natural job or our worldly affairs, whatever work we want to join, or whatever scenario we are having, or whatever profession we are dealing. So this way, the meditation helps. Now we have to see that having come to know about the meditation and all processes, what is the message we are getting from this Jagrat, Swapna, and Sushupti, or awakend, dream, and deep sleep state? What way it endorses the concept given by Sri Tulsidas Ji. Sri Tulsidas Ji said, Sagunahi, agunahi, nahi kuch bheda. There is no difference between Sagun and Agun, or there is no difference between Sakar and Nirakar. What way this Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti gives the clarity in that? We know that once we are dealing with the mechanism of deep sleep and dream, we found that mind is a Purusha, which only is a sort of mechanism, which only turns one side, then we are going to the view, or we are going to have the shower of Brahman, effulgent light, and mind, if it turns back other side, then it is going to have the deep sleep. Sorry, it is going to have the dream. So from deep sleep to dream and dream to deep sleep, there is no Veda, there is no difference. Anytime this can be, and we are going also, we are experiencing every day. So that can be examined, and that we have experienced that there is no difference between dream and deep sleep. So that way we can say that once there is no Veda in deep sleep and dream, similarly there is no Veda in Sagunahi, Agunahi. So because once we are in dream, we are in Sagun form. We have got so many forms, like lion, horse, or our own activity. We have one person or one identity, one Purusha, which we are actually, that becomes many. Only one Purusha becomes many. Nobody, nothing is coming from other side. Purusha only plays all the roles of lion and everything. And same Purusha is there once we are in the near the Brahman. So what we mean to say, or once we become the Brahman. So there is no Veda in dream and deep sleep. Likewise, Tushita's statement is getting endorsed by this Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti state very clearly. Other message what it gives for the scientist, that if we understand the process of Jagrat, Swapna and Sushupti, and if the scientist is going to identify the tattva involved here, at 23 tattva we are telling, all the tattva involved here in the Prasnopanishad. So if they take the tattva equivalent in the scientific terminology or in the standard model of particles, or we can say that in a quantum field theory, then they can create a lot, they can gain a lot, they can dive into deep to where they can get a solution for the pains also. It is well known that scientific development provides the boons. No doubt we have got many boons from the scientific development. For example, latest boon we can say the palm top, that is iPhone. But at the same time, pains associated with that has not been tackled by the scientists. Pains are many because of hearing problem, not only that psychological problem, not only that children are being driven away from the family affairs, or there is no sensibility is lost. All the pains are there because of iPhone. But many advantageous factors are there, like we are very close to each other. We are same time we are in India or in the United States or elsewhere because of having the audio video call, and like that we have got many good achievement, good boons. By applying or by knowing the Upanishads, especially Prashno Upanishad, where Akasa and Prana is dealt, even science, and imposing all the factors in their own terminology, they can be able to give the solution of the pains also. For instance, when we have the story of Samudra Manthan. So while Samudra Manthan time, poison as well as nectar both came out, and Lord Vishnu had the solution of how to take care of the poison. So poison was taken care, then only nectar was distributed. So that way, the solution, any research gives the boon and bane together, brings the boon and bane together. Scientists also get the boon, undoubtedly, and bane also associated, but that is not, bane is not attended. So by the application of Upanishad and terminology used in Upanishad, if those things are being superimposed in their own term, then they will be in a position to tackle or to attend the events also. This way we can say that some of the good benefit scientists can get. Let us close now. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
कृपया देखें, शेयर करें और सब्सक्राइब भी करें। धन्यवाद।